A lot of you guys have been trading wrong. The reason that a lot of people tend to lose in the market is because not sufficient risk reward. Not the type that you're thinking though. So a lot of people like to trade what we call breakouts and breakdowns. Now let me show you why a lot of people fail at doing this. Not because of the wrong concept, but because they don't understand what they are doing. Let's just go find a trade because there's no point in talking about other trades when everything else is going to be at a different price by the time we get to it. What has ran up recently? Let me see. Pins? I mean, I know we had a gap up, but a breakout trade. Tilray maybe, or even Tesla actually. Maybe we go into a smaller time frame. I just want to look for like like let's say a pattern or something that would potentially show us a move, but at the same time invalidates the move. This might be one right here. All right, I don't know if I could find one. Do we have any trades that are... Okay, Tesla's not working. AMD. All right, for example, just for example purposes, because we can't seem to find a trade. Right here, we somewhat have what we call an ascending triangle. Right here, let me just draw it. So I hope we can agree on that this is an ascending triangle. So that right there, right, is an ascending triangle. Now, the dangerous thing about these patterns, and this one worked out perfectly, as you can see, right? You know, we form some sort of a trend on the bottom, and we also have resistance at the top, and we break out of this an ascending triangle, and then we go upwards. Perfect. That's great. Now, why I think the actual people sometimes lose money is that a lot of the time with an ascending triangle breakout, you get something instead of this that is so perfect, like just straight going up, you get this, which let's say it goes up to here, comes back down to retest here, and then it goes back up. So a lot of new traders, they would get in at the breakout, right, which is right here, or even maybe a little before that, but most of the time they get in after. So once you break out, it's not as if they will even give you time to break out. They just break out and then they continue. So you're not going to get it right at the point of breakout. Most likely, more than likely, you're going to get in right here. So from here to here, so 78.63 to 78.74, that's a 10-cent move. So that's a 10-cent move that you're capturing. But if it does exactly what we, are projecting in this scenario, you got in at 78.63 and it'll retrace to 78.47, which is close to 20 cents more as a loss. So one, as a new trader, you're not adapt to seeing red in your account, so you get potentially scared out of your trade and you end up selling for a loss, a small loss, but it's a loss, and these small losses add up. They're just small right now because it's a small position, or maybe the size you're taking is not huge, but on a consistent basis that you're losing money over and over and over and over, it's gonna add up to quite some money. So majority of the time, ascending triangles don't just go up like this. This would be the best case scenario. Most likely the market was going up with it on this day, and we could check that just by looking at the SPY, and exactly it was going the same way. However, a lot of the time it doesn't work like that, and you get in over here, it comes back down to retrace. New traders get scared and then they sell out for a loss. That's majority of the time. Let me show you the way that it could potentially have been traded and you potentially not be scared out. And this is why I love playing reversals compared to pattern breakouts or momentum trading. Of course, you can make a lot of money in many different ways. And no, I am not saying that momentum trading is bad. And no, I am not saying pattern trading is bad. I am saying that if you are trading this specific pattern, you need to understand that there's a chance that it's going to come down. You need to understand your risk reward might be different than entering at a demand zone where you're playing a reversal and your stop loss is right underneath at a pivot low. It's two different concepts. So you need to understand that. So for example, in this same exact trade, instead of looking at the pattern, there's certain things that we can see on this chart. What can we see? That we have an intraday demand forming right here. Right? So we have an intraday demand forming right here. And one of the things that traders don't know how to do is spot patterns before they happen. And that's normal. It takes a lot of experience, and also a reason why I don't like trading patterns, because you have to wait for it to form, potentially giving you a late entry. So instead of trading a triangle, I could trade an intraday 1 minute demand. This is 1 minute. I don't trade 1 minute. I usually trade scalps off of a daily and 4-hour demand zone. But as you can see here, we have demand right here. What is demand? Demand, if you guys don't know, demand just means that there's buyers there waiting to get these shares out. So they're buying up the price whenever it hits a certain price. So from here all the way down, majority of the time, as you can see here, here, and here, it goes up to here. But just for example purposes, we'll let it go here. So this whole level, and we'll highlight it for you guys, is what we would call a demand zone. Sounds complicated, but just think of it as support, which a lot of you guys know already. So instead of trading this triangle, you could enter at the demand zone. So once it came back down, drop to this demand level where you see support, and you see it's like literally perfect to the T, you get in the trade then. So now, if we were to clear the drawing, for example purposes, I'm going to clear my drawing set, which will hurt me, but it's okay. Instead of getting in the trade potentially over here, you're getting the trade over here. Now it might seem like it's not a huge difference, but it is a huge difference, because now with your right here, if you were to enter the trade, your stop loss would potentially be underneath here, which is the pivot low of this specific area right here. So if a 1 minute candle closes underneath of this, you will get out of the trade. So let's say, you still see, you enter here and then you see the triangle, right? So now you have that. Instead of getting in here, which is 78.64, you got in at 78.26. That's a 50 cent, 50 cent difference. So now you're waiting for the breakout or whatsoever. And let's say it doesn't go like we originally projected. So it breaks out, comes here, then it comes down all the way to here. Where are we now? We are still up on our play, and it is nowhere near your stop loss, which is over here at the 78.26 level. So now you have time to let it play out, or if it does get back down there, you get out close to a zero loss. A lot of the time, if you're trading a breakout, it could even go up here and come all the way back down here. And if you're an inexperienced trader, you're going to get shaken out. That's one thing that could potentially hurt you. 2, another thing is that people don't look at the general market. I wish I could show, I have 3 screens here. I wish I could show, my screen that I'm looking at the indices and the screen that I'm looking at the stock. Majority of the time, you want the market to go with you. So now let's look at AM. So right now we're looking at AMD. And we know that it broke out because the market was going up as well. So now let's look at, the market's chart. So this was at 9:56 a.m. Wow. 9:56 a.m. So this was at 9:56 right here. For example purposes, we'll highlight this flag. If you guys don't know what a bull flag is, let me know in the comment section below so that I can explain it to you guys. But I think majority of us already know what a bull flag is. So this happened at 9:56 at the same time that AMD was hitting a demand zone. This is literally a picture perfect trade because we are consolidating and at the same time forming a bullish pattern on the SPY, a bull flag, as you can see here. And AMD at the same time hits a demand zone. So in the case that we break out, which we do, we get that extra push from the general market to come support our position. You want to be trading with the market's momentum, not against trend. So here at 9:56, right here, 9:56, here we're forming a flag and we're anticipating a breakout of the flag. And at the same time at 9:56, if you want to, now is hindsight, so it's different. But here on AMD, now that we saw SPY, you could also see that we were, this, I wouldn't call it a flag just because it's way too low now to hit a flag, but this is typically the same formation as the SPY. So we are flagging on the SPY, and at the same time AMD, we have a consolidation that hits demand level. So once it hits the demand level, it just eats up. And this run is exactly at the same time as the market made its initial run. And if you look at the two charts, you see very, very similar things, which includes the huge move up at this specific time and then a little downwards. AMD kind of exhausted a little more than the SPY, as the SPY kind of, I think, stood flat. I'm not sure. Let's look at it. Yeah, so it did come down, but not as dramatic as AMD. So flag up and then just console down, up. And AMD up, down, and then up. So very, very similar chart. And that is exactly why trading breakouts and momentum is okay. You just need to understand that there's a different risk reward to that. And because of that, you should size it differently. Again, none of this is financial advice, but this is the financial chance. If you guys have the time, please follow us on our social media here and here. And also, if you want alerts for our Discord server, chance trades, calls or puts for option sweep platform. And like I said, always transparent with you guys. So check out our Discord. We alerted some really, really nice plays recently. Again, this video is going to be released at a later date, so you're probably going to see different things on our Discord server by then. But pins, let's see how that works out. Fubo we in, Snapchat 102%, pins for 25. It actually was 33, but I added some positions here. So yeah, man, come join us. Even if you don't want alerts or anything of that sort, it is a free Discord server for educational purposes. As you can see here, we have free members just talking all the time, especially during trading hours. So it's not all about alerts. If you do want to come, just come through. If you're new to trading, come join us. ChanceTradesCallsOrPuts.com is only if you need specific tools to help you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Comment below, share, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. But share, comment, notification, subscribe. Comment below on what you want the next video to be. I hope this video was of good content to you. Remember to always know your risk reward on the specific trade you're taking. Risk reward for a demand zone play versus a momentum play versus a pattern play, they're all different. You might have the risk reward concept in your head, but applying it to the different trades that you're taking is what is critical to be a successful trader. So thank you guys and have a great day.